sitting right beside us here. Say hi,
there?
Tish.
Hey.
We made it.
All right. I can't hear them.
You can't hear me?
No, oh, there you are.
Oh, yeah. She can barely hear you. So how is it, Tish, now that you're up here under the lights and the cameras, we've been telling everybody this is your very first television appearance. So what were you nervous about?
Everything. I'm actually pretty calm. I thought I was going to be much more nervous. I think it's you guys.
Oh, it's not. No, wait a minute. Now, we've known Billy Ray for years. Now, Billy Ray, did she ask you anything about us before she came over here tonight?
I'll be honest, she was so excited. That was her main ulterior.
Who wants to tell the story of how the two of you met? Tish, do you remember?
I do. We met in 1991, and he was playing a little club in Huntington, West Virginia, the Ragtime Lounge.
That's right, okay.
And I just went with my friends. 3 other of my friends, we went every night.
Had you heard of Billy Ray at that point?
He was very famous in our area, but actually, he's going to kill me. I was so young, I couldn't get into clubs until he had been playing clubs the whole time I was in high school. But then my friends and I would go to the Ragtime, and we would be so depressed if there was a reason we could not go. I mean, we were huge fans. And I probably went to the Ragtime for a month before we actually met.
Really?
So now, Billy Ray, did you see her in the crowd, or how did that happen?
She, first of all, one night she came up and mentioned a song called It Ain't Over Till It's Over. And she mentioned how much she liked that song and the record. And we just started conversing and became friends.
All right, well, Tish, what do you think about the lifestyle of these big-time entertainers? Here he is in Washington, D.C. at the inaugural. You know, he's been touring the world, selling millions of albums and all that, yet you guys have your little corner of the world out there.
We do. It's great. It's like our own private retreat. And I have to admit, it took me a long time to get used to the lifestyle. This is the man I met. He was driving, like, around in a bread truck. So when I met him, he was actually, like, living out of his car. So, I mean, it's a big change, but it's great, and I don't know if you know, but I'm the president of his fan club now.
You should be.
Yeah, so.
Well, but now here's the question. Since you have really brought Billy Ray's career all in the family, who is the boss? Is it you, Tish, or is it Billy Ray?
It's me.
Billy Ray.
We don't have Billy's mic on right now. That's why she says her.
Wait a minute. Billy Ray, did you hear that? Tish says that she's the boss now. Is that true?
That she's the one? Yeah, she's the boss.
Yeah, okay, he came to
The
terms with it.
decision maker.
Actually,
boss.
I think Miley's the boss is what I think, don't you?
Are you the boss, Mile? Yeah.
She
Okay.
is. She loves this camera stuff.
She loves it. That's why I brought her on. It's because I knew if I was like so stunned I couldn't speak that she would talk for me.
Well, I want
just
you to
wave
know,
at Daddy.
you're a pro here. You've been wonderful.
Don't look
You
nervous.
got it.
Is your hand? She said her hand was shaking.
Okay,
Is it?
okay, feel how sweaty.
She is sweaty. She is nervous.
But she's very comfortable. And Billy Ray, if you'll hang on in Washington, D.C., we have some people who'd love to say hello to you and fire a few questions at you, okay?
I'll look forward to it. And
We'll ask her that when we come back. We'll take
right.
a break. Back with Tish and Billy Ray after this. And Miley.
Tonight, just to recap, we have Billy Ray Cyrus in Washington, D.C., part of the inaugural festivities up there. His wife, Tish, and his daughter, Miley, are here visiting with us. We have you folks ready on the phone. Before we get to that, though, as we went to the break, he said to ask you about you feeding his hat to the dogs.
I don't know why he asked me that. He must be paranoid that it looks horrible because that is the hat.
Oh, that's the hat.
That's the hat.
What did you do, Tish?
I did nothing. He decided to drive my car. It was the day it was snowing, I think, really bad, and he had to come in town. And so I gave him the privilege of driving my car, which I keep very neat.
Privilege.
His car is a pigsty.
Yeah.
And so he drives my car, and when he gets home, everything is left in my car. So I decided to unload the car and bring everything in the house, in which I dropped the hat in our garage, and my German Shepherd puppy decided to gnaw on it.
Well, it looks all right, Billy Ray.
But, like, you notice there's no band.
Oh, that's it.
He gnawed the band completely off.
Oh, wait a minute. Can we see that? Yeah, okay. He showed there was no band. All
The
right.
band is now being pumped out of the dog's stomach with the bat. Is that correct? No. Hey, well, let's find out some more interesting things here about the Cyrus family. We have people from all over the world, actually, on the phone ready to talk to you guys. From Canada, we have Linda on the line. Linda, what is your question?
Well, I was just wondering to know from Billy if he plans on doing any acting.
yeah, we just came from Banff, Canada.
How often do you see him smile?
We see him smile a lot.
He laughs a lot.
There he is.
But
There's
you're right.
one. But no, he's very, don't you think that he acts very serious in front of the
Oh,
camera?
yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think he's
He
a very
does.
deep thinker. in a
He
lot of
is.
ways, and I think he would be a good German, basically. And isn't that right, Tish?
Yeah, just keep calling your radio station. Be very polite and very nice.
Well, the fan club gets involved as well. You're president of the fan club, and they're always trying to.
This is probably
help
the
an
most asked question that we get,
Yeah.
is how can we help Billy get airplay? Because they miss hearing him on the radio.
Sure.
But that's the only thing we can do is just keep calling radio stations and
Well,
being very nice.
And this brings up a good point. Anyone who is married to a star, as you are, you obviously enjoy high points, and there are low points. There are criticisms that happen. I mean, how does this affect you when times get bad?
It's hard. I think it's hard a lot for me, just because when the person you love, you know, is being disrespected, or you know, he's had a really hard time in the last couple of years with radio and different things, and it's just hard to see someone you love go through that.
Well, how do you support him as a wife during this?
Well, wife, and you know, it's hard to separate the fan club too from being the, you know, just the loving wife, because you know it's hard on me because I get so upset about it. You know, I'm just like wanting to go get him, but and then also just being that loving wife at home, saying,
Sure.
you know, just keep on trying. And I mean, but he's not going away. That's obvious.
Good.
I mean, he's not many people. I was telling him carry the Olympic torch or are at the inauguration.
Well, so that's it. He keeps getting asked to do very, very
Sure.
important events around the world, actually, which says a lot for him.
Exactly. Okay, Billy Ray, you're in Washington, D.C. Say hello to Renee in Florida. Tish, you're on.
What is Billy Ray like in the morning?
Coffee.
That is the very first thing he heads for. He does not function without coffee.
Really?
This man drinks so much coffee, you just cannot imagine. But he's very quiet. You never know like what kind of mood he's going to be in. You just like, you know, lay low for, you know, 10 or 15 minutes because he is so quiet in the mornings.
Okay, so he gets up around 7:30. He wakes up about 11. Is
Wakes up slowly. So basically, you don't talk a lot, and maybe you keep the kids away from him until he gets going.
I think they're what brings him out of it. I mean, before long, they're like tickling and wrestling in the floor. These three, him, Brazen, and Miley, are wild constantly. Give him about 10 minutes to wake up, and he's ready to go.
And she's the only one keeping order in the Cyrus
There you
household.
go. Got about a
That
minute.
is the record.
Okay, we got about a minute left. Let's go to New Jersey. Dawn, you're...
With Miley, you did a great job as well, and I hope that you enjoyed this and you'll come back sometime because you're really good at it, and all the fans enjoy seeing you and hearing what you have to say because they know that Billy Ray depends on you.
Thank you very much. And you guys made it very easy.
Glad you're with us.
Thank
Billy
you.
Ray, thank you, and good luck with the performance. Have a safe trip home. The calls that came in as well. We're back with more of Today's Country in a minute. Thank you, Billy Ray.